Hello, today is Thursday, April 22nd, and today is normally my rest day, but for personal reasons I had to move up my Friday training session to today, and so here I am. Today I did some full snatches, full clean and jerks, and I was also supposed to, I normally do front squats on Friday too, but I'll sort of get into why I guess didn't do them today a little bit later when I'm talking in more detail about the clean and jerks. But yeah, starting with snatches. Okay, well, first starting with, I guess, my mindset for today overall. After coming off of just a really shitty training day, both physically and mentally, just the day before, I had a good conversation with my coach about just sort of how to deal with this type of stuff in training. And, you know, we talked a lot about how, like, if you're not happy unless everything is perfect, then I'm just never going to be satisfied. It's just impossible to try to achieve perfection in every single thing that I do. And that's what I was sort of trying to do. That's where my mindset was at on Wednesday, which is why it was just sort of a mental beatdown. But today, I went in with a much different mindset. I just told myself, let's just, try the best that I can, put my best effort forth, and yeah, just do the best that I can, and just be okay with, things that I might not be doing great, because that just means that I have opportunities to improve, to get better than where I'm currently at. But yeah, other than I think this warm-up, which is a little weird, and 165, which is the warm-up that comes right after this, everything felt very solid. I think being in this different mindset was just a very freeing thing, because I feel like on Wednesday, every warm-up I was sort of on edge, making sure that I just needing it to be perfect. You know what I mean? I think a part of that is also knowing that I'm going to have to upload all of these warm-ups. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep myself accountable and make sure everything's perfect. But that sort of mindset is just unhealthy, I think. But yeah, everything felt solid, except for just a few reps here and there. First rep of this warm-up felt really solid, but then this second one, I think I sort of just cut it a little short. I don't pull it enough with my arms after I extend to get it to where I need it to be overhead. And so it's just a little bit forwards, and I don't have the stability to stay with it, and it falls forward. But I wasn't phased. I went back, watched the video, saw what I did wrong, and then I said, okay, let's make the correction. And that's what I did in this next warm-up set. Yeah, solid. That was a needed confidence booster. Like, seeing that I could spot a mistake, see what I was doing wrong, and fix it. And then, yeah, that last warm-up felt really solid. And the first set at 185, which is 10 pounds heavier than what I did last week. And last week, I only made 4 reps out of 10. I didn't make a single second rep. And so this first set was a huge confidence booster. First rep felt really solid, and then I made the second rep without too much struggle. And yeah, you can see I'm pretty happy. But one thing too is that after that set, I made sure not to sort of let my emotions take over. Even though they were good emotions, I think that can also sort of be getting a little too excited this early on, I think can also set me up for failure. And so after that first set, I let myself be a little happy, but after a little bit, I watched the video and I said, okay, what did I do right here? And how can I do it again? What's something that I could improve on top of that? And so I just try to stay as sort of analytical as possible, which I think was very good. That, coupled with not needing to like be perfect every single time, was the perfect combination, I think. So everything up until this third set felt great. This fourth set, that first rep, same sort of thing that happened with 165. It was just cut a little short. I think I just needed to keep pulling a little bit harder with not harder, but just keep pulling with my arms to get it in the spot that I needed it to be overhead. But again, I didn't do that, and so it fell forwards. And I think I knew that, and so I think I tried to sort of overcorrect. And so, I extend and I pull and I sort of dive down, and so it crashes on me. But then watched the video, made the correction for this for the first rep of this fifth set. And then I don't make the second rep, which is fine. Same. At least this mistake that's happening is consistent, right? Like, I think this second rep is the same deal. Like, warm up of 165, first rep of set 4. But you can see in my face that I'm like, okay, like, I messed up. That's fine. That just means that, that just means that that's something that I need to improve, which is an opportunity to get better. And so mentally, I was in a much better place today. But then with these clean and jerks, I guess, are a little bit of a different story. So warming up for the clean and jerks, I actually felt really solid. Usually how the clean and jerk session is going to go is kind of dictated by how my jerks feel and look, and just like how they are. And up until 210, or up to and including 210, which is my second to last warm up, everything felt really solid. And then the last warm up, the warm up at 230, something like weird happened that was like partly in my control, but I also feel like it was kind of out of my control, just because like I did it inadvertently. But basically what happened is that I had it in a weird spot on my front rack, which was I think blocking or like pressing down on my windpipe. And I talked about it I asked about it to my coach, and I looked stuff up online right after it happened. But apparently when it's in that weird position, then pressing down on it just only for a few seconds can cause extreme dizziness. And that's what happened. I had it in my front rack. I was ready to jerk it. And like all of a sudden I just felt like I was about to black out. And then I had to drop it. That was really weird because I was really confused as to what was happening. I was like, I ate enough food. I got enough sleep. I'm not particularly stressed. I'm hydrated. I was like, what could have gone wrong? And so I spent more than 5 minutes just talking to my coach, looking stuff up. I was like, and making sure that I was okay, honestly. And so that really threw me off. That just killed the momentum I had going, because these warm-ups were great. This jerk, I think, although it's lightweight, it's only my third warm-up. That jerk just felt really solid and looked good. And I was like, okay, I'm moving a lot better with these jerks than I was yesterday. But it was really unfortunate that something just really out of the ordinary happened that threw me off completely. And so after that, things didn't go very well. But I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to those videos, I guess. But this 190 jerk, very solid. Very, the main issue, one of the issues, I guess, there were a lot of main issues. One of the issues on Wednesday was that I was just driving the bar up and then shoving my body under it without really pushing up on it. And so it was sort of crashing down on me. But this time around, I think I was doing much better with that. But basically, because of this mishap, I just spent a lot of time on clean and jerks, and it fucked with me mentally. That jerk was great. So that's sort of why I did not do the front squats. Actually, I'll talk about it a little bit more later, but yeah, you can see that's what happened. It was on my front rack for a little bit, and there I am trying to make sure that I'm alive. I'm counting on my fingers to make sure I remember how to count. But then I took some time after that, and then retook 230 for the last warm-up, but I failed the jerk. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was just that I killed the momentum I had going. But I am very dumb, so I go up 5 pounds, or no, not 5 pounds, 10 pounds anyways. Originally I wanted to hit 245 for my working sets, but I was like, okay, let's make a compromise. Let's just do 240, even though that's still 10 pounds above what I just failed. But yeah, I make the 2 cleans. Not too bad. But, I mean, I was not going to make this jerk anyways because, I mean, I failed 230, right? Why would I make 240? Yeah. And so, after that, I talked to my coach. I was like, hey, like, I'm not going to make any of these jerks. Should I just go down in weight? And he said, no, he suggested, why don't you do a clean? And instead of the jerk, just do the dip and the drive. Don't try to get it overhead. And I was like, okay, I can do that. He actually intended for me to do 2 reps each of those, so like 1 clean and then a dip and drive, and then that's like 1 rep, and then do that twice. But I didn't interpret that correctly. I just thought he meant like do a clean and a dip and drive. I was like, okay. So the first, I guess, set, quote unquote, I only do that for 1 rep, and then the second set, again, quote unquote, I do the clean, and then I forget to do the dip and drive. And I was like, oh, shit, okay, let's just do it again. And then I failed the clean. And I think the reason why I failed that second clean, I think after that windpipe thing, I was subconsciously, like, not wanting to get the bar as deep in my front rack, just because I was scared that it might happen again. And so I think because it just wasn't in a stable enough position, it just fell forwards. I don't think it was like a strength thing, or at least I hope. That's just what I'm hoping. Or yeah, I don't know. I think that's what happened, but yeah. And then this is the only full set, I guess, because I do a clean and then a dip and drive, and then I do a clean and then a dip and drive, and so yeah, nice. Yeah, so going into why I didn't do the front squats. One, I think I just wanted to end on a good note. That's like not the main reason at all. That's just sort of an extra sort of cherry on top, because that last set I was able to do both the cleans and I did both the dips and drives. But yeah, so I had been in the gym I had been lifting for over 2 hours at that point. And with front squats, I feel like because that's something that requires a lot of mental focus, I didn't want to sort of just go through the motions. I really wanted to spend quality time and quality reps and making sure I get those in when I'm in a better mental state, I guess, just because at the end of those clean and jerks, just because of everything that happened, I was just in a really weird space, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to like focus. I knew that I'd just be going through the motions, and I didn't want to waste my front squat reps by doing that. I think that's sort of the key difference, I think, in my head at least, as to why this is different from like Wednesday. Like Wednesday I was talking a lot about like, okay, like do I give up here or just go through these clean accessories that I had after the hang cleans. And I think those, because I guess comparatively to the front squat, they don't require as much mental focus. Like I can get what I need to get out of them without being super mentally locked in, because it was like clean deadlifts, which I'm like pretty good at, I guess. And then barbell rows, which is, I feel like just like a sort of, just a strength thing. versus one that is like highly technical and needs a lot of mental focus. And what else did I do? I forget. I think overhead holds or something, but those were something that I knew that I could still be productive with, even if I was sort of mentally a little checked out. But with front squats, it's something that I feel like I really want to like be focused and honed in on mentally for that. And so those, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to do them. I'm going to do them on Saturday. Yeah, that's how today's training went. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm just, more than anything, I'm proud, I guess, of my, of the changes I was able to make in terms of like how I thought about training and just my mental space. And yeah, there are things that I did well today that I'm proud of, that I did better than yesterday. And so that alone, I think, that alone is enough to make today a good day. So yeah, that's about it.